On this week's show, the largest USSSA baseball All-American tryouts in the country were held in Kansas City. MSP's Baseball Cowtown Showdown was in town. A ton of Kansas City natives made a huge impact on NCAA softball and the MLB. The Cool Cats teamed up with the Police Academy League.
Plus, all the weekend championship highlights are coming your way, including the game of the week. We'll start things off with the KC Sports Midwest Global State Championships. Platte Ridge in the 12AA South Championship. It's the Diamond Club Cougars and Dogs baseball. Dogs in a jam with one out and a runner on third. There's one strikeout. And here's another. Big pitches right here to keep the DC lead at just one. It's 6-5 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Cougars dialing up a K of their own. Swing and a miss gives them a quick out number one in the bottom of the fifth, but the Dogs get going. Runner on second after a base hit. Now a fresh coat of paint down the left field line. That's a couple of one-out singles, and the Dogs are in business. Next man up gets the job done. Grounder to the second baseman. That ties the game at 6, and that's where it would be as we go to the top of the 6th. One out's where we pick it up. Looping fly ball to shallow right. And it falls in. There's the go-ahead run. He would quickly get to third on a steal and a ball into center field. The Dogs get a big strikeout. Looks like they may get out of this inning. Batter gets down 0-2 right off the bat, then bounces back with this rip to left field. They take the lead 7-6. This game does end with the Dogs taking the top spot. More from 12 at Platte Ridge, the North Championship between Advanced Baseball Academy and KC Smash. Last week, Advanced Baseball lost the 12AA title at Tiffany Hills. They're wanting the top spot this week. Up 1-0 in the second. Here's a big fly to right center. That gets down, goes to the fence, so it's an easy triple for this guy. The throw gets to the backstop and heads up base running, brings him to the plate to take a 2-0 lead. And guess what? They're fired up. KC Smash bounces back though. Runner on. A base hit through the left side. This is going to sneak under the left fielder's glove, and the runner scores to cut the lead in half. So we stick in the same inning. How about a rip up the middle? It's even hit well enough to get by the center fielder. We're back tied this time 2-2. We're going to the third. Let's skip to the fourth frame though. It was a good one for ABA. They scored 2 runs off squeeze plays and a couple more off base hits. Advanced Baseball does redeem themselves from last week as they go on to take the 12AA title over KC Smash. In 14 triple, it's Kansas City Grays and the Spring Hill Broncos. Bronx by 1 in the bottom of the third. Ground ball creeps through the left side into the outfield. That's going to be enough to score 2 runs and give KC Grays the lead 4-3. Jump later in the game, it's 5-4 at this point. A new pitcher for Spring Hill with the bases loaded right here. It's a huge strikeout. Strands all 3 runners. They hang in there, and then they take over. A base hit up the middle right here with runners on second and third. Ties the game. Good stop at second, though. That saves a run. It didn't matter. That run would come across shortly on this sac fly. Check out the center fielder. He comes flying in, makes a great catch. The throw, it's on target, but the ball pops out of the catcher's glove. 6-5 Spring Hill, and they would pile it on. The Broncos defeat Kansas City Grays 14-6 in the 14 AAA championship. More scores for Midwest Global State in the 13 Major South Championship. It's the MNS Indians beating the 816 Red Bulls 16-1. The KSA Bombers won 12 triple 15-0 over Prodigy Baseball, and in 10 Major, the KC Dirt Dogs beat the MNS Red Sox 9-1. Midwest Global State wasn't the only baseball tournament in action, as this weekend brought us the Baseball Cowtown Showdown around the area. Last week, the Cowgirls hit the diamond and decorated their dugouts. The Cowboys got their shot this weekend, although parents did do most of the work.
Well, the decorations, we just kind of came up with a theme, and we just had bought in the banner, so we were thinking with the mustaches and the cowboy hats and just kind of went from there. And I think it was really a team effort. Each person had like a job to do and get to come up with something, and it was just a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I talked to the baseball moms and said that there's a theme going on at the baseball field, and we've never experienced it, so I said let's see what we can do, and this is what they came up with.
They love it.
They love it.
They were super excited. They might have thought we were a little crazy.
Yeah.
I think they like seeing their moms get
Oh,
all
yeah.
dressed up
They're
and be silly.
excited.
And
They say tournaments like this are about more than just baseball.
Sure, it's more, I mean, everybody's together, we're all in one hotel, and, you know, we get to spend the weekend together.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a blast.
Definitely.
I think it's brought the team closer together.
It really
too.
has.
Yeah,
I think so,
it's been
too.
a lot of fun.
Scores from the Cowtown Showdown: in 13 triple, the Dodgers take down the Midwest Cardinals, while in 12A, Red Storm edged NBA Blake 5-4. KC Tigers won 9A over the Falcons 7-3, and down in 8 Open, it's Berserk Athletics winning 6-5 over the Manhattan Aggies. We aren't quite finished with our baseball action this week, because up next we've got our Game of the Week. Stay with us. Our Game of the Week takes us to Tiffany Hills for one of the early championship games on Sunday. It's a title game at the bottom of the bracket, but with some top-notch plays. The AAA South Championship between the KC Mets and Thunder Sticks. Picking up bottom of the second inning, runner on for the Sticks. Lefty sends a line drive to the middle of the infield for an RBI base hit. 1-0 Thunder Sticks. Next half inning, the Mets answer back with a run on an infield single. And then in the fourth, get this big swing. 2 out, no on. Mash to center. He strolls into second with a double, but nothing comes of it, still 1-1. On to the fifth, nobody out, runner on first. Ground ball toward the middle, sets the second baseman up for a nice little double play. He's fired up, and little did he know that wouldn't even be close to the best play he'd make on Sunday. Mets stir up some magic in the fifth with 2 outs, though. Here's the go-ahead run coming across on this base hit. It's 2-1 going to the bottom of the fifth. No worries, Thunder Sticks answer quickly. Game's tied on a bases-loaded hit by pitch. Then this right here, a spinner on the infield. As you can see, third baseman couldn't handle it. 3-2 as the go-ahead run comes across. Sticks back in the driver's seat. So the Mets get out the rally hats. But remember me saying the second baseman make a better play? 2 outs, tying run on third. Are you kidding me? They mob him on the field. The Thunder Sticks hang on to win the 11 AAA South Championship 3-2 over the KC Mets. Coach gets a bath. He's pretty proud of his kids.
Considering the heat and the humidity and how hot it was, long day, they did a great job battling at the end and staying in the game and showing a lot of energy that last inning. Yeah, we left a lot of runners on base and gave some teams some more outs than we should have, but overall they had a pretty good tournament. We call him the Spider Monkey for a reason, and he was all over the field. That was a great play.
From the Game of the Week to the Team of the Week, the Cool Cats pass on their love of softball by teaching and supporting underprivileged youth at the Police Athletic League.
I think it's good for our girls to understand that, they do have an obligation to give back to the game as they keep moving up.
The National Police Athletic League was founded in 1912, and the Cool Cats help with their mission by teaching softball skills at the Kansas City chapter.
They just opened up the doors to all of the youth in the city, mostly inner city youth. We have activities for them, sports, also just open doors. And I just think the PAL in general is absolutely amazing. And knowing that my softball team has the opportunity to come play softball and they normally wouldn't have that opportunity, it's just awesome.
Through this program, the team gives a little more than just softball skills to the younger girls and even get a few things back themselves.
It's nice to step aside and just teach them what it's like to have a team around, and it educates them on what it's like to have kind of a grounded foundation and just to know that you have people there who support you.
It's something we definitely have to work together, between us as a team and with the younger girls.
It's really nice to see them smile whenever they learn new stuff, and it's really nice to know that you're making an impact on their life.
It just helps the girls kind of develop that bond. They're doing something together. They're still working on teamwork, but they're also doing, some stuff kind of off the softball field. And, they get to be teachers. They get to work on their leadership skills. And I really think that makes a difference when we get back together and play.
As meaningful as it is for the team, the impact the program has on the youth is even greater.
Well, PAL, it's welcoming. This is my second family, and they're understanding. They'll help you, not even with softball, but outside problems. It's really fun because you get to practice with people that have experienced softball a little bit more than me. So yeah, I like hands-on learning. So yeah, it's really helpful and fun. Softball is basically, yeah, it's my heart basically.
On Tuesday, over 200 baseball players ages 9U to 14U came out to Tiffany Hills Park to vie for a coveted spot on the USSSA Midwest Region All-American team. Here's Chucky Kemp for more.
Kansas City was home to the largest USSSA All-American tryout in the country on Tuesday, and for the head field coordinator for the program, that's no surprise.
Being in Kansas City's always had large numbers, so for this one to be the largest, I'm not surprised.
Athletes in the Midwest region showed what they had with hopes of being selected to the Midwest team. There are 8 regions selected and placed in a tournament format to compete. Stone says this type of setup is a fun dynamic for him and the kids.
It actually gives me excitement trying to see them actually get out here and compete, and not just compete with their teammates, but compete against kids in their age, kids in their state, kids in their region, kids in the country. So it's exciting.
Just like playing another great team, you got to make plays.
With hundreds playing for a select number of spots, most players were fighting off nerves as well as the heat.
Like nerves a little bit, and then you start to think it was practice. And yeah.
It was better knowing that I have a couple guys I know out here with me.
It's very nerve-wracking, but once you step out on the field and start doing, for me as kind of the running, you realize, these kids are really similar to you. They're kind of going through what you're going through.
The Midwest team will be announced June 28th at 7 o'clock Eastern, and for many, it would mean a lot to be a part of the team.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. This has definitely been a big goal of mine to compete at a high level as this.
That'd be amazing.
I'll be pretty happy if I made it.
Reporting for USSSA Midwest Network News, I'm Chucky Kemp.
Kansas City natives have a lot to be proud of, with homegrown baseball and softball talent making huge marks this past week. On June 9th to 11th, 41 baseball players who attended Kansas City area high schools or local colleges were selected in the MLB Draft. Let's take a look at some of the top draft picks. St. Thomas Aquinas pitcher Riley Pint was taken 4th overall by the Colorado Rockies. He joins a list of only 5 other Kansas City area high school players that have ever been selected in the first round. Left-handed pitcher from Shawnee Mission East, Joey Wentz, was selected by the Atlanta Braves in the supplementary round. Nani Williams and Cole Dunsing were both selected by the Los Angeles Angels in the 3rd and 6th round, respectively. We have to take a quick commercial break, but when we return, hear how Truman High School graduate and former Originals Gold player Paige Parker brought home a Women's College World Series championship.
The NAI Showcase is a new initiative that the NAI National Office started, and it provides an opportunity to connect high school student-athletes and junior college student-athletes with NAI coaches.
It is just a great chance to be seen by a lot of coaches in a short amount of time.
The one-on-one interaction is tremendous, and the ability to talk with student-athletes.
Welcome back. We have the hometown hero here. She's fresh off winning an NCAA national championship. Pitcher for the Oklahoma Sooners, Paige Parker. Thanks for being here today. About a week ago, you pitched a complete game of Game 3 of the championship series. It's a moment every young softball player dreams of. How would you describe the adrenaline throughout that game for you?
You know, adrenaline was pretty high during that game, and it was just managing the adrenaline too as well was important, and just really focusing on the moment, staying focused, and just going out there and fighting.
You pitched in Game 1 and then Game 3. Before the game, you said you were at about 75%. How did you get through that?
Just making sure I got treatment after Game 1 and having an ice bath and all of that, and getting the rest on Tuesday was really great and important. And then getting ready for Game 3, I was about 75%, like you said, and adrenaline kind of took over, and I was probably around 90% for the game.
So what was it like to have the ball in your hand right before the final out to win the national championship?
It was an amazing feeling. It was a really tough at bat, and our defense made a great play. CC made a great play at second base, and then it was just an incredible feeling after that last pitch was thrown.
And then Game 2 was a crazy one. What was your team's mentality after losing to Auburn in a comeback game like that?
It was just, we were ready for Game 3, and it was just coming out and being really tough and playing like we had all year.
As a sophomore, you were described as the engine of your team. Only 2 years of playing. You got 2 more to go. How does the future of OU softball look like?
We're really excited about it, and we were really young this year, and we have a lot of people coming back next year, so we're excited for the future.
And how was that dog pile on the mound?
It was incredible. You know, Leah came out, my catcher came out and hugged. We had a big hug, and then we kind of all fell on the mound, and I was at the bottom of it, and it was just an incredible feeling and so much fun to be able to share that moment with my teammates.
After that celebration, how did you continue to celebrate in OKC?
We went to Toby Keith's restaurant that night, and we were able to celebrate, and he was there, and it was an incredible celebration, and we had a lot of fun. And then we came back to Norman after that, and on Friday night we had a big fan fest with all of our fans there, and you know, we revealed our new outfield wall, and you know, we got our uniforms from the game, so that was something that was really special too, to be able to share that with our fans.
Now that you're back in Kansas City, what has it been like, life been like, to be now national champion?
It's been a lot of fun. You know, just kind of laying low, hanging out at home has been really nice, and you know, getting to see some friends and things like that, and getting to spend time with my family has been awesome.
You're a former Originals Gold player. Now, are you going to come back and coach them while you're here in the summer?
I don't think so. I'm going to see a lot of my former teammates from that team, though, because we're all still really close. But I think I'm just going to kind of lay low during the summer and just spend time with my family.
How do you believe your Kansas City roots, growing up here, learning softball here, has contributed to where you are now?
I think it's really big. With my Kansas City roots, I played here forever and played in a lot of tournaments, and I learned a lot of great lessons from playing on the Originals, so it's just given me a lot of life lessons, and really made a big impact on my life, being able to play in Kansas City my whole life.
Paige, thank you for being here, and good luck in your next few seasons. We'll be right back. Take a break from routine and gather where sophistication meets fun. Pinstripes offers a premier bowling, bocce, and bistro experience. Indulge in chef-made from scratch Italian-American cuisine with locally sourced ingredients in every dish. Celebrate with thoughtfully selected wine, rotating craft beers, and handcrafted cocktails. Gather in the spacious events venue and the plush seating for professional game-side food and beverage service. Pinstripes, connect, play, and change your frame of mind. Next week, our show is on location at Pinstripes in Overland Park, Kansas, as we bring you coverage from the Top Gun Invitational and KC Sports Baseball State Championships.
Thanks for watching USSSA Midwest Network News. See you next week.